Michael Saylor does it again. Today he bought over 7,000 Bitcoin worth over $700 million. In today's video, we're going to talk about how much profit he's seen and what his stock has done. And we're going to dive into some retirement calculator options as to what might particularly happen in the next decade. So we can see that Michael Saylor is up $15 billion on his investment ever since he's DCA'd into Bitcoin. It's just incredible what he's done. It's incredible what his stock has done. His shareholders are happy. We'll see what happens long term. As Bitcoin continues to have every 4 years, it's going to be interesting. The stock to flow model is going to continue to go up. Not financial advice. This is a limited supply. We're only going to ever have 21 million coins, and we can see that long term the price of other assets in terms of Bitcoin are going down. They are depreciating. So if you're saving your money in dollars, you're losing money. If you're saving your money in gold, you're losing money compared to Bitcoin. If you're saving money in the S&P 500, you're losing money compared to saving in Bitcoin. Same with a house. If you just bought Bitcoin, you'd be able to buy multiple houses now if it was 10 years ago compared to now. That same house is only appreciated probably 10 to 30% compared to Bitcoin. So, take everything I say with a grain of salt. My numbers might be wrong. It's been a long day, but overall, we can see that this chart is red. It's crazy to see what is happening with Bitcoin long term, and the chart speaks for itself. When we look at the Bitcoin retirement calculator from Unchained, we can see that my current age of 31, and if I plan to retire at 41, so let's just say we're working in 10-year increments, so we're working a decade at a time. Instead of, this get-rich-quick scheme, and the biggest thing is, I am tired of chasing money. I want to enjoy my life. I want my money to work for me, and I want my money to grow, and I want it to be safe and secure. And I think Bitcoin is that asset, even though everyone says it's volatile and it's going to go down or it's going to go up. Who knows? All I know is that supply and demand is true. And every 4 years it's going to have, and it's going to go up, it's going to go down, but then it's going to have, and it's going to spike up a log. And what I mean by that is it's going to increase a zeroed place digit. So if it's 100, going up a log would be 1,000. And if we go up another log, that would be 10,000. And it's gone up another log, so we're at 100,000. So the next log theoretically should be $1 million. So back to the calculator, we can see that, we're just looking at how do we retire in 10 years? And the thing is, we're not trying to retire. We just want our money to work for us. And we can see that we want to hypothetically live till the age of 97. So what we can see is just a modest investment of $10,000. If you don't have $10,000, we can reference this with $1,000. And we can see that the chart is not going to work. We'll have to be 42. Okay, so this is the power of Bitcoin, guys. When we look at doing these Roth calculators and these 401k calculators, this is essentially an AI strategy on top of that. So with Bitcoin, you have insane growth. You have insane growth potential. It compounds faster than legacy assets. Not financial advice. That's just my honest opinion. So if we look at just the basics, we can see that if you have $1,000 in Bitcoin and you plan on investing $10,000 in Bitcoin every year thereafter, we can see that if Bitcoin grows at the Bitcoin 24, which is Michael Saylor's forecast asset growth and Bitcoin adoption over the next 24 years, we can see that Bitcoin at the age of retirement of 41 will be $1 million. And I think that's fair. Right now it's $100,000. In 4 years it might be, $1 million. In 8 years it might be $1 million. In 12 years it might be $1 million. Who knows? The biggest thing is, this is not a political channel. All of that aside, I just know that money is getting disrupted. Things are changing, and I see, a great opportunity for all these billion-dollar companies to buy $1 billion worth of Bitcoin and see what happens. I mean, your cash is sitting idle in a depreciating asset such as the US dollar. I mean, if we look at this, if you saved your money in fiat versus Bitcoin, you're losing money. You're losing your ass. I mean, you're just not making money compared to Bitcoin. And we can see that hypothetically, if you just have $20,000 worth of Bitcoin and you're just trying to retire at the age of 43, you'll have over 10K a month, $140,000 a year. You'll be a billionaire by the time you die at age 97. Who knows what's going to happen? But long term, what we're looking for is generational wealth. Stop working for yourself. Start working for your kids' kids. And that's a perspective shift that I'm trying to get into. I know that there is a sense of instant gratification with everything that we do with our lives today, with phones, with technology, and it's really important to just take a fucking breather, pardon my French, and just realize that I don't have to make $1 million in a year. I'm only 31. I have so much time to make money, but I don't have time to do the things that I want to do. And there's a balance. So there's a lot of people that are, rich, but they're strapped to their job. And it's important to be able to do what you want to do every day and have your money work for you. So I ask you the question, if you made $100,000 today, would you quit your job or would you continue it? The answer to that question might surprise you, given the fact that anything you buy from a material aspect might not really make you happy. What might make you happy is working in a job or a career or a field that brings you joy, and you have an asset like Bitcoin or whatever you believe in, and you invest in that instead. I'm on day 64 of no drinking alcohol. I didn't have a problem before. I just wanted to do dry January, and I started early in December. So we've lost 30 pounds. We've saved money. We've invested that in Bitcoin instead. And long term, what we see is that I think this asset is going to continue to appreciate. And the dollar is going to depreciate. We're printing billions, trillions of dollars. I think it's like $1 trillion every 90 days. Don't hold me to that. But we're printing trillions of dollars a day. How do we figure out what to do with this? As we see governments, institutions, BlackRock, Fidelity's, other asset managers, and all these other companies starting to buy Bitcoin, what's going to happen in 10 to 20 years as this asset grows? We're early in the adoption phase, kind of similar to how the internet was in the 90s. I've talked about disruption a lot. The biggest thing is something is going to disrupt what's happening right now. It's going to be digital, because we can see that with Blockbuster, we had Redbox and then Netflix. With taxis, we have Uber. With hotels, we have Airbnb, and so forth and so forth. People aren't even going to the fucking grocery store to buy their own groceries. They're just getting them delivered. So I would like to see things kind of revert back to old school ways and just people working in the community, buying stuff locally. I mean, I don't know. I want to have a good life, and I want my money to work for me. So with that being said, we're going to conclude the video. But long term, what we can see is if you just have, a kid or something, and you're not sure what to do with your money, let's look at, yeah, it's all good, man. It is all good. If you're 31, like me, you want to retire at the age of 56. So that's 25 years of just hard work, getting shit done, having fun, being thankful. By the time you're 56, you'll have $1.6 million, given the fact that you're just investing $1,000 a day and another $1,000 per year into Bitcoin. We can see that with the stock to flow, I mean, who knows? With the power law, you won't be able to retire. With custom, you'll be able to retire. But long term, guys, I'm guilty of this. I need to slow the fuck down. I feel like I'm so consumed with money right now, and I'm chasing money, and it's just, I don't know, it's like making me depressed because I feel like a prostitute. And I know that's a weird analogy, but I feel like everyone is a prostitute to some extent. We're all working for money. We're all working for a deflationary asset, such as the fiat currency that we're getting paid in. Our money is just, our purchasing power of all the fiat that we have is declining. We're working harder for less stuff. Shit is getting more expensive, and it's bullshit. So I really hope that long term we can get out of the over $30 trillion of debt we're in. And I just want my money to work for me. And I want to see my money grow. And I want to see the price of things go down. I want to see groceries become more affordable. And the way that I see that, the way that I see myself buying a house and buying a lake house, or even, like, I don't even know if that stuff matters at this point now. I just want to know that my money is going to be in an appreciating asset that is going to help my future kids just have a good life and not be trapped in this just cycle of working for a company you don't want to work for, or a company that just treats you bad. And I'm not saying that I'm dealing with that right now, but I'm just saying, a lot of people are miserable at work because they're just working hard and their money's not growing. I mean, I don't have kids. I don't have a family outside of my own personal family. I just moved out and stuff. I had Lyme disease and all this other stuff. But, how do we just stop losing money and just have a savings account that grows? And I think banking is a scam. I think the products that we buy are a scam. They're poisoning us. And I'm starting to cook with not Teflon stuff, but anyways, we're going on a rant. I'm getting tired. So with that being said, guys, I hope you have a great day, great night. And I think Michael Saylor's onto something very interesting, and his stock speaks for itself. Price in Bitcoin speaks for itself. He's putting all this stuff out there of him just crushing it. So it's not about retiring, guys. It's just about your money working for you. So long term, a couple $1,000s could change your life. Not financial advice. We'll see what happens in 10 years. I hope you guys have a great night, and we'll catch you tomorrow.